kembali lagi dengan gue Dagu Channel. Pada video kali ini mari kita nonton bersama kenapa atau alasan Maarten Paes bisa memilih Timnas Indonesia sebagai eh, pelabuhannya teman-teman. Dan sebelumnya dia sudah pernah bermain untuk Timnas Junior Belanda. Begitu juga Miss Helger teman-temannya. Mari kita dengarkan alasan dan wawancara dari Maarten Paes guys. Mari kita lihat dan nonton bersama teman-teman kita sambil diskusi juga. Terima kasih sudah nonton video ini dan terima kasih yang sudah subscribe, like dan komen. Kalian luar biasa teman-teman. Mari kita nonton bersama. Cekidot.
Yeah, so the big reason was to get approved to play as soon as possible for the national team. I had to pick up the passport, basically that was it. It was a very quick trip. I was longer in the plane than in Jakarta, but it was a very successful trip, and had some good conversations there, and a lot of fans wanted a lot of pictures. So it was also a bit overwhelming, but it's good in a way, and it was beautiful to see. Yeah, I want to play for Indonesia because first of all it's a tribute to
penghormatan untuk neneknya teman-teman ya. Dan dengan kabarnya itu neneknya itu adalah orang Belanda tinggal di Indonesia, lahir di Indonesia kalau nggak salah ya teman-teman ya. Ya kurang lebih seperti itu guys.
To my grandmother. She passed away I think a month ago, and I was very close with her. She cooked me. She learned me how to cook, and our last conversations before she passed away were about this, and I saw in the smile in her eyes that it
sangat berarti untuk neneknya juga teman-teman. Nanti gue bakal bahas juga tentang Maarten Paes ini teman-teman. Awal mulanya dia bergabung, dia bisa dinaturalisasi oleh PSSI.
Meant a lot to her, so when I was there yesterday, it was a very special feeling. And then so that's a little bit the personal side, and then if you look to the soccer side, it's there's endless opportunities there. We're on the verge of qualifying for the Olympics in August. We're very close to qualifying for the World Cup in 2026 in America, which will be a full circle moment. And then I think
merinding kocok.
Stuff like that adds up, and and it's just I'm very grateful and blessed to have that opportunity, and also the people there are so friendly, and it feels like home if you're there. So she lived there I think for 5-6 years, and then born there. Lived there for 5-6 years, and then the Second World War came out, and then she was for a couple of years in the Japanese Spanish camps. And then she born there, lived there, so she lived there.
Kita dengar ini guys, awal
The
mulanya.
people there are so friendly, and it feels like home if you're there. So she lived there I think for 5-6 years, and then born there, lived there for 5-6 years, and then the Second World War came out, and then she was for a couple of years in the Japanese Spanish camps, and then after that, after some years, she went back to Holland with a boat, and then she came back for a couple of years, and then she went back to Holland. So she it's just it's part of history, she always talked with a lot of gratefulness about that time there, especially the time before the war.
Neneknya tinggal di Indonesia tuh 5-6 tahun setelah perpecahan Perang Dunia Kedua.
In the war, she lost her mother, for example, in the punishment camps. But she always talked with such high respect of the nation and the country, and she was a huge influence in my life. So that's why it's like a tribute to her. Yeah, what I want to achieve is putting Indonesia on the soccer map, I think.
Ini luar biasanya orang naturalisasi itu teman-teman ya. Selalu mempunyai kepercayaan diri dan visi misi tinggi guys, menempatkan Indonesia di peta sepak bola. Ini yang jarang banget terlihat dari pemain lokal kita guys. Kalian tahu kan di Piala AFF 2010 bagaimana? Ya, Alpart guys. Mari kita nonton lagi ya lanjutannya.
I think it's a huge country, 300 million people, and their number one sport, what they love is football or soccer. And I think we if you see the amount of support that they get, if you see the amount of potential that is there, I think it's just to fulfill that potential and bring a big tournaments to that country. And if you saw now, they played Asia Cup under 23. They knocked out Korea in the past rounds. And if you saw the stadiums there and how full it was on the streets and everyone was in Indonesia kids, I think that's something that you want like every time. And the only thing what in my mind was, what if we can bring a World Cup, for example, to this country? And we'll.
Membawa Piala Dunia, guys. Gokil, amin.
It will be amazing. And off the field, I also want to be leading by example and have a huge impact there. And I have to see. Still have to see in what kind of way we can do that, but definitely, some huge plans there. Yeah, it feels very, very cool, of course, to have that amount of support. I try to not to be carried away with it. I just love that they give me the love since already 3 years, where they are asking me.
3 tahun loh nunggunya, guys ya. 3 tahun cuma nunggu Maarten Paes untuk bisa naturalisasi ke Indonesia loh.
To play for the national team, and I think now was the right timing, and just want.
Jadi itu alasannya teman-teman, Maarten Paes ya teman-teman ya. Yang alasan utama karena neneknya juga dan pernah tinggal di Indonesia selama 5 tahun sampai 6 tahun. Setelah perpecahan Perang Dunia Kedua, dan akhirnya luar biasa PSSI dan luar biasa PSSI dan juga Maarten Paes, terima kasih sudah memilih Indonesia. Dan mudah-mudahan dengan bergabung Maarten Paes kita bisa lolos ke Piala Dunia, guys, 2026 guys. Dan tentunya kita berharap juga PSSI dapat menaturalisasi pemain keturunan Indonesia untuk striker yang tajam, guys, karena kita tahu belum ada yang seperti striker yang nomor 9 murni, guys ya. Rata-rata winger. Dan juga kalau main di GBK itu PR-nya banyak banget, rumputnya jebol, rusak, kacau lah pokoknya teman-teman. Jadi itulah alasan Maarten Paes kenapa dia memilih Indonesia, guys, luar biasa. Mari kita doakan timnas kita lolos ke Piala Dunia. Thank you teman-teman yang sudah nonton video ini, terima kasih banyak yang sudah subscribe, like, dan komen.